That's feeder and come back around. It's a new leaf, Steve. I'm going to do properly now. I'm not going to be slovenly. I'm sitting up straight, you see.
Yep.
And it's going to be a proper DJing, because I think coming up soon, some great tracks, including a new one from Abs and an old one from Snow. Informer.
You know me, don't stole me, ecka boom, a licky boom boom down.
I'm joking, of course. We've got some fantastic tracks. Good stuff, great chat, and we've got Karl with me, Steve. Steve. I'm Ricky Gervais on XFM 104.9.
There he is indeed, with him, Steve Merchant. And Karl Pilkington, of course. Say hello, Karl.
All right.
Yeah, nice. And you say you read...
The beginning of a radio show is very much your wares, your shop window, laying out your stall. I don't think you could choose a better track than The Only Ones, Another Girl on the Planet.
I'd love to hear it.
One of my favourite intros, that.
Amazing.
Oh, that was dangerous, because I once heard on Capital Radio, this has got to be the greatest rock intro of all time. And they played Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I can just imagine them putting their head down.
I remember a friend of mine, when I was at school, he just bought a car, and he took me outside to show off the stereo system, Money for Nothing.
Really?
He just played that. I've never heard the song before. Just played that for its entire 4 or 5 minute duration.
It is a good song
for
the
sound system.
Yeah, it's a good song for showing off intros and sound systems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You said you were driving along earlier. You saw someone.
Yeah, it was one of those zooped up sort of sporty saloons.
Nice.
You know, the big like a Mondale or something. Big, and it was blaring out. And the bloke in it was sort of like, I could tell he was 24, but already going bald.
Yeah.
From like obviously his estate agency job, not
yeah.
But he's made a bit of money, and he's got, and the stereo system was ridiculous. I mean, so loud, and it was going through Covent Garden. He was playing Snow in Informer.
Do people remember Informer by Snow? It was a big tune in my
I don't know. It's great. Yeah, I always enjoy it.
Can I bring that in next week? Can we play Snow next week?
Well, you can play a tiny little bit.
Tiny little bit of Snow.
Yeah.
Informer. Do you remember Snow, Karl?
Yeah,
you loved it. Yeah, big tune.
Yeah, loved it. Oh, did you?
Big tune from the 90s.
Happy song, isn't it?
Rick, you were saying that you've turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
Is that in all aspects of your life, or is that just in your broadcasting career? Because the reason I bring that up is because, do you want to describe what you were eating just now when we came in? Because you're a 40-year-old man. You've put on a little bit of weight, so presumably you're watching what you eat.
Well, no, but it sounded exotic. I went into a cafe and they didn't have a cheese sandwich.
Right.
And
can I describe what it looked like to me? Right, it looked to me like a big slab of cheese. You've just got them to just cut off a big block of cheese, like the size of a CD case, or one of those double albums, right, of cheese, right, and just lightly melt that for me, so it drips over my hand and it gets really greasy in the bag. But just lay some strips of bacon on the top.
Yeah, but listen, you've embarrassed yourself.
Is that what it was?
No, it's a croque monsieur, so it's French.
It's a what?
A croque monsieur.
A croque monsieur.
Yeah, and so I thought,
I've never heard of a croque monsieur.
You're having see, you embarrassed yourself.
Is that how it's pronounced, or is it croque monsieur? You didn't expect me to be bringing out the French. Tu aimes la musique pop? Oui, je t'aime la musique pop.
Le plume de ma tante.
Où est le syndicat d'initiative?
That means my aunt's pen.
So what was it then? It was a croque
and it was just too greasy. It was just too, and it was all wobbly. I like toast, like it to be crisp.
Sure.
It's the thing with like, what? This is rubbish. Play Coldplay. Back to form there, Oasis, and Little by Little. This is XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
My name's Steve Merchant. Good to see you.
Thanks. With us, the producer in the studio is Karl Pilkington, and he'll be doing the buttons.
Yeah. You made a good effort there, but once again...
got bored.
Words are your enemy, Rick, and they defeated you once again. Just run out of steam with the sentences.
Every week I think, well, I'm really going to make an effort now. I've chosen some records.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's as far as it goes, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe you should write out what you're going to say at the top of the show. Write that out. Get a nice big crayon.
I like to keep a little bit of,
a little bit of something, a little bit of spark, a little bit of liveliness to it. Sure. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to
it's great to be out of the house again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just I was going to say, because we've been doing this for a long time now with a little break, but XFM are bringing new listeners all the time. I've heard 4 or 5 a week.
Really?
Yeah. New listeners tune in to XFM 104.9.
Radio 1, beware.
Yeah. And we might take it for granted the people that know who we are, know who you are, know who Karl is.
Sure.
Now, if you're a regular, then you know exactly who we are. But for those of you who don't, I'm Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, a BAFTA award-winning actor and writer.
Steve Merchant, all those.
A friend of yours.
Yeah. And this is the important thing. Karl Pilkington.
Absolutely.
Our producer. I say producer, he was the bloke who was lumbered with a job. When I said, listen, I used to run the desk in the old days. I used to press the buttons and run the desk and everything. And now I said, listen, I've been on the telly. I do not press my own buttons. And Karl said, well, I don't really work weekends. And they went, well, you do if you want to keep your job.
Absolutely.
And we were lumbered with him. And then we discovered that he's not just a little dork, a little manky sort of idiot.
Sure.
He's got nice shirt. He's got, you know what I mean? He's got something else.
Absolutely.
He's got
He brings another dimension, yeah.
Yeah. And, he started having a little chat, and we discovered that he had quite a lot to say.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, and I think I was wondering maybe we should maybe play another tune, but after that, I just think we should re-familiarise our radio audience with Karl, and any new listeners, just somehow going to let them get to know the real Karl again.
Well, if you are new, you'll find that we like some old songs, some new songs, some chitter-chat. We get serious sometimes, there's some tears and some laughter. Yeah. We kicked off with Oasis' new one, Little by Little. We're going to go back in time now to Iggy Pop and his Stooges with I'm Bored. Coldplay and In My Place on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant.
Hello
Steve,
there. Lovely to be here. Yeah.
Karl Pilkington there, pressing the buttons.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
How long can you maintain it?
I'm bored already.
Yeah, already bored of doing
Bored already.
Every week you start it the same way.
Yeah.
That was not bad though. You actually grammatically made sense, which is
really
impressive. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
A rare treat indeed from Gervais.
Some of the listeners have already worked out. Got nothing to say at all.
Sure.
Haven't prepared again.
No.
We did come in half hour early to prepare, but instead, me and Karl were playing. You had to flick the football into the bin.
Right.
We had 5 goes each, or the world was going to end.
Okay.
And that took up.
That took up a good 25 minutes.
Yeah, I liked it when we came back, and then we started just trying to beat each other in the corridor, and I beat him. I scored a goal. He was gutted because he thought he fancied himself at football, and I beat him. And I was knackered and sweating.
Yeah.
As I walked back to you about 5 minutes ago, you were looking through the records. You went, and this was lovely, you went, well, we've done the preparation then.
Yeah.
Like a sarcastic teacher.
Yeah, like a teenager, like an annoyed teenager whose parents have embarrassed him once again. And you beat Karl, did you?
Yeah.
Because you're not... Yeah. I mean, you're not particularly...
I'm not good at football,
Well,
no.
you're not particularly nimble on your feet.
Oh, come on.
No, you're not. Douglas Bader is more nimble.
I'm alright, But Karl's sort of, I think he's got more skills than me, but he hasn't got the aggression and the weight.
Yeah.
So I just pushed him aside.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah.
Good work.
I'm going on holiday.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm not here next week. What are you going to do, Karl? Are you going to do the best of or something next week, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what we've got to sort out.
Well, I can't sort it out. I've got to go to the airport.
No, straight after the show you've got to do some links.
No, I'm not doing any links. I said I wouldn't, so...
That's what we planned.
No, we didn't. I said I'd do some during the show, and then you
I thought you were joking.
I honestly can't do it today, so we do some during the show. What are you going to do? Just put the shows that we've done in this year?
Sorry, guys, I hate to interrupt. This is the sort of stuff we should have been discussing when you were playing football.
I know. Play what are you going to play?
Let's have a bit of Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Let's just discuss this off there.
Okay.
104.9 XFM. You alright? This is Karl, producer of Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant. They're not about today. Ricky's on holiday. Steve couldn't be bothered. So I'm left here with all the DATs. That's a digital audio tape of all the shows they've done since they've been here over the last, I don't know, year and a half or something. So we'll play you some of the best bits. Alright, so here's the first bit.
I just wish we could maybe tape the bits we're not on air, just because that's when Karl comes into his own.
Yeah.
He just said to me, I don't know what I was doing, I was sort of like pottering around, dancing around, doing something annoying probably, and he just looked at me, I don't know, and he was looking at me, and I looked back, and he went, have you ever used a Y-front properly?
Genius.
It's a great question, because the answer is definitely no.
Definitely no.
Does anyone use their Y-front properly? And by that, I mean, get your winky out of the little sort of slot provided, as opposed to like put it to one side or pull them down or whatever. Has anyone used a Y-front properly?
I don't think I've ever done it.
I don't think I've ever done it.
I've never seen anyone in a toilet doing it, Rick.
You should be looking.
I wish I hadn't said that.
I caught you. Really?
Yeah. That's actually how you prove people are gay.
Yeah.
Get them into this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It was the trap.
Yeah. I'm not gay, by the way.
Yeah.
You didn't prove I was gay. I double bluffed you.
Yeah.
Because I knew the old gay trick.
I thought it was the old gay lord say no thing.
That is another method. Yeah, there's innumerable methods of doing it.
That's how Oscar Wilde was caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, the judge went to him. Did you see that film last night? Gaylord Say No, and he went no, and they went take him away.
Yeah. Take him down to the cells.
Yeah, take him to Reading.
It is true.
Well,
it originated in America.
Yeah.
So many of these things do. It's
Yeah.
a brilliant point, Carl. I'd like to hear from anyone listening who's, and I mean, well, they'll just lie, wouldn't they, I suppose?
Yeah. I don't even use sort of flies.
No?
Usually. I sort of pull my wife around, my sort of tracksuit. That's why I wear sort of like elasticated waistbands all the time.
Exactly.
Just sort of
Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get in there with the minimum of effort.
Yeah, and out.
Sure.
Often I won't shake.
No, well, no.
To my detriment, because it often leaks out a little bit later, doesn't it?
Ever been out on a date with a girl where it's just trickled down your leg and you wish it hadn't, and you're thinking, what if she gets my trousers off later? She might smell it or see it.
What? What?
I don't know. I don't know what I said there.
Right. Feeder, come back around on XFM 104.9. You're listening to Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I'm with him as well, Steve Merchant.
I was thinking of dropping that.
What?
Thinking of dropping that, just going, because it's just too, that's all that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington too. I mean, get to the music, so it's, hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, this is XFM.
Sure.
Here's Radiohead.
Yeah.
Some they'll come out, that was Radio at XFM, I'm Ricky Gervais. Tony Blair, what's he all about?
Yeah.
That sort of,
Snappier.
fast, because I quite, on a serious note, and you've always been saying it, I listened to an old show, because when Karl was compiling those things, I listened to an old show, and I listened to me, and I'm really concentrating now, because I sounded like the most inarticulate, brain-damaged older drunk I have ever heard given a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked. Not finishing sentences, leaving out words, slurring, just doing noises that you understand because you know me.
Yeah.
So I'm really going to make an effort for the listener.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? You're going to give up after about 3
But I
records.
thought you were joking. And I thought it was like, oh, he's taking it there. Did it then, you see?
Again, I don't quite know what that sentence meant.
No, but...
Well, of course, I've got also your body language and your facial gestures, but obviously the listeners have got nothing else. They've just got the voice. They've just got the voice for it. That's all they've got. That's all they can rely on.
Yeah.
And when Karl Pilkington is the man holding the show together,
When he's the
that's
most
quite damning.
articulate.
Exactly. Exactly.
How did I come across?
You came across as lovely. I mean, I did an interview yesterday, right? And I was trying to describe you to this journalist, and I was going, it's like a cat can talk. Because the things you say, I just want to know what your world is. You know when a cat comes in, you go, where have you been? And it looks as you're like, you know, it can nearly understand you. And you're like, I wonder, I'd love to know what that cat thinks. And with you, it's almost like we've got one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like that?
You can also lick your own testicles, I think, can't you? So, yeah.
Should we play the Doves? And Envy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Absolutely, yeah, hello.
That clang you heard there isn't Karl.
No.
Karl's away. It's Sturgis.
Claire Sturgis is here.
Yeah.
You'll know her from the Claire Sturgis show, but we know her from our early days on XFM,
Yeah.
and, you know, we're good friends.
It's sort of like old times, isn't it? And Karl is had a little surprise birthday present.
What's
for me.
the story with this, Claire? Because I don't know
Well,
about this.
do you know, I came in on Monday expecting to see his little smiley face, as usual, and it's always not here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So, apparently his girlfriend had surprised him and dragged him off to the Caribbean for a week.
Wow.
No, Canaries, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he likes the Caribbean. He likes the crabs.
Yes. Yeah. I thought he was bored of the Caribbean. I thought he didn't enjoy it last time.
No, he loved it, didn't he?
No, I don't think he did enjoy
No,
the
it's
crabs.
Tunisia he didn't like.
Right. He's been travelling, hasn't he?
I know, yeah.
He gets
he
about.
didn't like Tunisia because there's flies the size of matchboxes.
Of course.
And, and midgets in the kitchen. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Midges or midgets?
Midgets, he said.
Right.
In
It
the
was
kitchen.
midgets.
He wasn't saying anything bad. He said that there were lots of midgets in there.
Lots of midgets in the
And
kitchen.
I thought it was he'd gone away to some sort of like theme holiday.
Yeah.
But no, this is I think Gran Canaria or the Canaries or whatever it's.
And how
called.
old is Karl?
30.
Is he 30? Is
30
this
last
real?
week, I think. Yeah.
Oh, so it was actually a birthday present. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
a big
right.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
so,
thought,
but that's all right.
So have you got a competition that you can regale us with, Claire? Because obviously Karl provides a lot on this show.
Hold on. We could do White Van Claire.
White Van Claire.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this? We ask
No.
you questions, topical questions, just
Okay.
getting your opinion really on the week's news.
Okay, yeah.
It's on the
If you
spot.
look forward to that.
But you know I'm a little bit, you know.
A little bit simple. That's
well,
fine.
just a little bit, you know.
What?
What?
I always sit on the fence. Don't
Oh,
I?
right.
Well, don't
You
sit on the fence.
You see,
This
the
is
worst
fine.
thing there was she was saying I'm a little bit like, you know, liberal or undecided, and you went simple.
Yeah.
You
Well,
assumed.
I didn't know. I thought I'm a little bit, coked up? I don't know. Who knows? It's Sturgis. Anything could be possible.
But the other thing is with Karl, we didn't know how good value Karl was until we asked him sort of intelligent
this is
questions.
true enough, yeah.
Because he looks quite intelligent.
Well, this
doesn't
is
he?
it. I mean,
So
the thing with you, Claire, is I don't think we've probed you enough. We don't know what,
You
your
haven't
views are on a lot
probed
of
me
things.
enough,
But we
actually,
don't know what
Steve,
your
no.
views are, you know? That's what I'm saying. in. We don't know where you stand. I mean, don't sit on the fence. This is the new Claire Sturgis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're
Yeah,
going to delve deep, find a personality in there, Claire.
Let's go back
All
to
right.
the old days. How about a bit of the Smiths?
That was beautiful, Rick.
Go on.
Oh, you've been practicing
Lovely. Richard Ashcroft. Check the meaning on XFM 104.9. We're back, Steve. It's Saturday.
That's true enough.
Steve Merchant, that is.
Hello there.
I'm Ricky Gervais, obviously.
Hello there.
Carl's still away. Claire Sturgis is back.
That's
Hello.
absolutely true.
Yeah.
Hello there, Claire. Nice to see you.
So,
I think a lot of people were hoping that Carl will be back this week, but we're pleased to have you.
No, they were actually. I did get some emails during the week.
Really? Saying what?
Just saying it's really nice to, hear you again on Saturday afternoon. It's nice, and but you're not really very funny. And when's Carl coming back? You know? So it's sort of being
Sure,
nice
it wasn't to
me.
us.
No, it was definitely
Because they think that as well.
directed to me.
But no one can compete with Carl.
They can't.
Well, we used to sort of like come in and when we discovered Carl early on, we just thought this is comedy gold. Just let him speak his mind. But then we started thinking, we can't follow him now.
Yeah.
So I remember Steve going, look, we've got to come up with some stuff.
We need to chat. If anything we've got to say to each other, we've got to say that in the first 20 minutes, and then you just unleash Carl.
Yeah,
And he's like
because it's just you can't follow him, and he's off on one, and they have stories of upbringings with bizarre creatures that lived in Manchester that were half human, half bat and frog and things.
I'd love to take him back to Manchester in some kind of TV documentary. When Carl went home. And just wander back, maybe try and find the amphibian twins or whatever those people were.
They weren't there. So there was two boys, both had big heads and webbed feet. They weren't related. They didn't hang around with each other.
That was all the information we had.
I went, why not? He went, that would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
Like they look at each other across a room and go, you think if I'm coming to see you just because we're a similar species?
Yeah.
You're mistaken, mate. You make your own friends.
One starts to walk over, the other one shakes his head and just mouths too obvious.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Too obvious.
Out of one of his mouths.
Yeah, that's what they're expecting.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Webby.
Yeah, but anyway, he'll be back shortly, I'm sure.
He phoned me. His dad's ill. His dad's in hospital, so Carl went back to sort of look after his mum. And he was so sweet. He said, I'm back here just driving my mum around. He said so unbegrudgingly. He just went, it's like old times. And I said, sorry to hear that. He went, that's all right, yeah. I think it's going to be fine. And I said, how was your holiday? He went, yeah, it was good. Except it were a nudist beach, so he didn't tell me.
Of course it was.
I went, what do you mean? He went, well, sitting on the... I don't know why they have to do it. I don't know why they have to do it. Why do they have to do it? He went, Suzanne said they think there's nothing wrong with it, like being a transvestite. Right? I went, I love the fact that your girlfriend has to tell you what's wrong and right in the world. And he went, well, we're walking along the beach, fella coming towards us with knob out. I went, what's going on here? Right? And he said, and because it wasn't all nude, he's walking round, he's stark naked, and he wants the freedom of that, but he's got a big rucksack on his back with his clothes on just to get changed. He went, so what's the point in that? Right? And I went, he should just carry the book. He went, what, and covered it up? When he went, oh yeah, good idea. See? He went, but I wasn't happy. He says, and that was the first day, so we didn't go there again.
I can just imagine his little face.
Yeah, just going, all right,
gobsmacked.
That's out,
Yeah.
that's out. What's that doing out? Why has he got his out?
I imagine Carl sort of dressed in a suit, in a sort of safari suit, done right up with a cravat. I'm not undressing. I don't want people seeing the flesh. That's for you, love, and no one else.
But I love the fact that as this girl goes, Carl, they don't think there's anything wrong with it. They're just happy that way. and he in his own mind just goes, like being a transvestite. He knows there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm always a little bit suspect about people who like walking around nude.
I think you meant transvestite.
No, nudists.
What? Hold on. Can you
Well, if you wanna get me
be a
started on
naked transvestite? What are you then?
Yeah, I suppose you're a...
When Eddie Izzard's naked, is he a naked transvestite?
That's an
'Cause the
interesting
clue
metaphysical question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On XFM 104.9.
If you know the answer to that metaphysical question, or indeed any of the famous ones, if a tree falls in a forest and no one hears it, has it fallen over? Any of those.
Excellent. That's brilliant.
Yeah, if you leave the room, Rick,
what's the
does
sound?
it get quieter?
Yeah, what's the sound of one leg hopping?
Exactly. What we got there, Claire?
Do you want some music or
Yeah,
I'd love to hear
a
it.
bit
What you
more
got?
chat?
Yeah.
I've got the vines actually.
Oh,
All
play
right.
it.
Nice.
Strokes. Someday. I'm already annoyed. I've been
I'm in
here
a bad
3
mood.
minutes and I'm already annoyed.
Yeah. I'll bring back Claire, I'll tell you.
No, it's not his fault.
It
It's the whole
is.
place. The library's shite. I tried to get. Oh God! I had to go to Capital Library.
Chill.
Fancy that. I had to go to Capital Library to get a couple of records I wanted. Right? Place is falling apart. The email's not working. It's so shoddy. He's had 2 weeks off. On holiday. I mean, they might as well bulldoze this, honestly, because for all the,
It is ludicrous.
and we get paid peanuts.
You get paid, do you?
Oh, and it really annoys me to have to fight. Oh, anyway.
Anyway, just calm down.
104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, you're back.
Alright.
How was it?
What, the holiday?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't all fun, was it? Because my dad was in hospital.
Oh, but he wasn't during the holiday. Not during the holiday, though, was he? You came back from holiday and then found that out, didn't you?
Yeah, but it happened when I was on holiday.
Did you know that, though, when you're on holiday?
No, because I didn't take my phone with me.
Well,
the weird thing is, I got a feeling when I was sat there, because it normally happens.
It wasn't a nudie speech, was it?
When I first went away,
you saw that old fellow with his packet out.
When I went to Ibiza, right, I had a feeling, and I called home. My dad had punctured a lung.
When you say you had a feeling, what do you mean, a feeling?
Just like, I should call home. There's something not right. But this time,
very specific feeling. How did that manifest itself? How did you get that? What kind of feeling? Is that tingling thing?
I'm getting a bit of a lung feeling.
Yeah.
A bit of a dad lung feeling.
That feels like a punctured lung.
Hold on.
Anyway.
But anyway, the holiday was good. We talked about it last week.
Well, let's probe Karl about his holiday, because,
Okay.
that's the sort of thing that audiences will stay tuned for, Rick, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, sure.
Find out about
you know more about this radio business than me. You know, you've hooked them already.
Indeed, yeah. Well, also, I'm thinking we've got nothing.
Now.
We may as well save that.
No, I resent it. I used to put a lot of work in, but no, I think of the money, which is, for me, pretty shoddy.
Well,
you know what I mean? I don't usually get out of bed for
an awful lot of cash.
Well, exactly, yeah. And, the whole thing is, the whole setup. It was raining today. I thought I should have a cabin. And then the sun came out, so I walked in again. Ah, dear.
How are you?
But I'll tell you what, I got a bit criticised last week as well that I only played ballads and same songs, so I'm going to rock out this week.
Oh,
I've been down to the Capitol Library to get some good tunes. And what about a little bit of AC/DC?
Oh,
took me all night long.
Let's hear it.
Doves, Caught by the River on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant,
Hello there.
Karl Pilkington and everything. No, I'm going to be honest with you.
Go on.
A little bit hungover, didn't feel very well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm hungover or still a bit drunk. I don't feel...
You sound like you're still a bit drunk.
Yeah, so what I'm worried
you do
about...
every week, so...
But what I'm worried about is that the standard will slip. If I'm not right on the ball. And the other thing is I haven't had a lot of time to prepare the show today.
Okay.
So I don't feel,
100%.
yeah, I haven't done the Karl.
Right.
Look.
Have you finished that sentence?
I don't make me laugh because it hurts as well. And there's another side effect to me being a little bit hungover or drunk or whatever, right, is that I can be annoying.
Right, yes.
Because just to amuse myself, I sort of turn my body off a little bit and just poke and like that and annoy people and that. I want to sort of
Well, you do the physical equivalent of freewheeling. Don't you? You just
I sort of want to climb on Karl and go to sleep on him.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They both annoy him and it'd be comfortable.
Yes.
Which is... can be annoying.
Just a little thing just to make this show a bit easier. If you'd put your hand up when you want one of us to speak, because I'm not quite sure when the sentences are finished.
The hands are up.
Okay, good. So,
the hands are up.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, alright.
Okay.
Are you gonna just keep them up for the rest of the show, or?
No, Karl, do what you...
Good, alright. Do you want to, is there an excuse as to why you're a bit hungover?
Too much wine.
Okay.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Thanks for
Okay.
that. Because this is the only work you've got to do all week, isn't it? It's unless I'm very much mistaken. You don't have to do anything. You just sit at home eating cheese.
Yeah.
And then occasionally you do a bit of sort of shadow boxing. And that's exercise. And then you sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
Is that roughly what you did this week?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So this is the only 2 hours you had to do anything for all week. This is you had to prepare for this.
Yeah, but who can plan a hangover?
Right.
You'd think, Karl, you said you had some stuff.
Yeah.
What have we got? I love the fact that, whereas I was a little bit slow, Karl there leapt into action to keep this show afloat, keep the pace up. Go on.
Right, well,
Karl, are you hungover as well, or?
I'm just a bit annoyed because I'm with you. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't got much to do all week.
You're having a laugh.
What?
What angers me is I kind of hope that maybe I could have quite a long career in radio, and I sort of feel like I don't know, the word sinking ship. Those words spring to mind.
But
because it feels like, I mean, Carl, you're just a chancer anyway. You weren't even supposed to be on air, and we've made you into something of a household name, and that's cool.
household name.
And Ricky's already a celebrity. He's got it stitched up. He's got corporates. He's got voiceover work. But I've got nothing. I'm running on empty. I'm not nothing. I've got nothing. I'm sort of dependent a bit on this.
Yeah.
Financially. And
go on then. What
and you two are sort of bringing it down, really.
Right.
Do you reckon I can get my own show, Carl?
Carl. Tell them what I did out there with the bit. No, Carl, tell them how funny I was out there with the bit in that a minute ago.
So anyway, come on,
I'm bored of this.
I'll tell you what. will we tease them with what we've got coming up next?
Yeah,
Carl, tease us after the next record.
I think we've already got them for 2 hours.
Yeah, we've hooked them, Carl. Don't worry, this is textbook radio.
What's this? Bad on board.
Yeah.
Doves, Caught by the River on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, doing the button stuff. Actually becoming a little bit of a producer.
Carl,
he's put a bit of work in, hasn't he? He's come up with a few games, and we made him. He's getting a bit stressed when we shout at him because the mics don't work or it's hanging off. It was too hot in here. He couldn't get the thing working last week. I mean, I really would throw this studio away and get a real one.
Yeah. Well, I'd get one of those ones you can buy for like tenner from Argos.
Argos, yeah, like Bon Tempe. My first studio.
my first
with a little picture of Carl on it. Yeah,
exactly. That'd be great product placement.
What have you got this week for us, Carl? Because again, we've put I said I would put. I'm not hungover, but I've put nothing into it.
Rick, have you done any work for this week's show?
No.
None whatsoever? No.
Okay, Carl, what have you got? What have you got? Quick. Keep them. It's 5 past. They're turning over already. They're finding other things.
What have you come up with?
There's melon stew. There's everything. Well, go on.
We've got after the success of last week, Rockbusters.
Okay.
We're doing that again.
Sorry, were you on the same show as us?
I thought it went all right last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Right, so we'll be doing that. Got some nice prizes, which...
what prize? What arbitrary films have you got?
Don't tell them yet.
No, I'll tell you what. If it's Children of the Corn 2, then can I enter this competition?
There you go.
No.
What is that?
He's got some different prizes. Maybe I should just tease the audience with those a bit later, Rick, because there's some exciting stuff there.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Right, so
I don't want to give too much away, Rick, but one of them is a copy of The Office on DVD.
Is anything like maybe Burt Reynolds' straight-to-video film? Are there any of those in there?
Sadly, nothing quite as classy.
Fist.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got that lot to give away.
Yeah.
We've got
Go on.
educating Ricky. Where teachers stuff.
Because you taught me that people used to eat tomatoes off lead plates in the land of Narnia last week, which was good. Yeah.
No,
it's only tomatoes they ate off the lead plates, by the way. Why didn't they think other fruits and vegetables were poisonous?
No, it wasn't. It was because tomatoes had acid in them. That was the problem. You see, you don't listen, right?
Well, lots of fruits have acid in them.
Yeah, but they didn't eat them back then. they didn't have bloody kiwi fruit and stuff.
Don't say bloody. You're a producer. You'll start saying shit and cock and stuff. You start saying bloody.
Tits.
Play the...
Hang on, right, and...
Go on,
keep him hooked, right?
Yeah.
We've still got a song with a story in it.
Yeah. You don't want to play Babushka, do you? He doesn't like the idea of Babushka. I told him that was a story.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it. A devil went down to Georgia. Someone sent in. You know, he's looking for a soul to steal. Yeah. Doesn't like it. Why don't you like that?
Do you know the song?
Not particularly.
Right, it's a song about a lad who goes into a pub on a normal night. And
it's in sort of the deep south of America, New Orleans, something like that. It's not the old Kent Road.
Right, okay.
Go on.
Goes into a pub, there's a devil in there who's getting a bit cocky, he's had a bit to drink, and he's saying, do you want to sort of gamble your soul away with me, and we'll see who's best at playing the violin.
Yeah.
And I think the lad wins in the end, but it's not real enough. Whereas the one...
What? Not like the Shadow that got fed up and started pushing kids off bikes?
Rick, I think you're referring to stuff that no one made sense of last week.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we should refer to last week.
Let's play Mock Turtles, Can You Dig It? And then we'll come back and we'll talk about that.
I've come to the conclusion, Rick, we should never refer to stuff Carl said in the past, because it would just take too long to explain.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough. Foo Fighters. All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and of course Karl Pilkington. Have we got a show for you today?
What have we got planned?
Loads of stuff, and 2 hours of it.
Right.
And all the records.
Specifically, what sort of stuff have you planned for us? Because I know you've been working hard.
What have you done?
I've been busy this week. I've been house hunting, I've various things, but I know you've had the whole week off.
Right.
So what have you been up to, mate?
Go on, Karl, tell them what we've got. Tell them what we've planned, all the stuff you've done.
What have you got?
But Rick, specifically, what have you come up with? Quick, because people are getting bored. Tell us what you've...
I've come up with the music.
Right. Obviously, we've already planned that. We planned that last week, so that's all done. But what have you yourself contributed to today's show?
I got a text message today from Ross Noble. You know Ross Noble, the comedian. It was on. Oh, I've got news for you.
Right.
He says, ask Karl if he woke up with ladies' boobs, would he just put a dress on and live as a lady, or would he just be a man but with these boobs?
Karl, it's a good question. I know that happened to Ross, so he's throwing that one out at you.
It did in a way, because he ate pizzas for a year, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And he got a lovely pair of breasts. Yeah. Go on.
Probably just find a loose-fitting jumper, go to the doctor's.
What would you say to the doctor? How would you explain this phenomenon to the doctor? So you'd be happy with this because you believe in shite, like
no.
Go on.
But it can happen because I told you a couple of weeks ago how that can happen. How you can wake up with breasts if you're a fella. I told you.
Go on.
Haven't you remembered?
No. Funny that, isn't it? Go on.
Have you, Steve?
No, I don't remember this. Did you tell us on air?
Yeah. It can happen if you go to Argentina and have a steak. You can wake up with breasts. Because
I'm sure I'd have remembered that.
Pull the other one. Look, he likes that.
Is that what you've come up with this week? That joke?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Play a record. It's going to be a dynamite show.
Songs you want
listen, look, I'm going to play some classic tunes today. I'm going to educate the youngsters, Steve. Right, now, you've all heard of Lou Reed, you've all heard of Velvet Underground, but, have you heard of Venus in Furs, Karl?
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather.
Oh, and the very hot chilies there.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
The Zephyr song, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Stephen Merchant. And of course, over there, little Karl Pilkington.
Indeed.
See the write-up in Heat this week?
No, is it good stuff?
Basically Karl's show.
Yes.
Which is fair enough.
No, I mean, he's the only one doing any work.
I know.
He's the only one contributing.
We thought no one had noticed, but Heat were on it straight away.
Yeah.
They picked out, I read it to him over the phone. It said, 2 hours of, black music and everything, like, Karl Pilkington, he does Educating Ricky, a strand where he educates Ricky, and Rockbusters, which is loosely based on Blockbusters. Says, basically you'll be tuning in for that. And I read that to Karl and he went, oh. And I was going to drop it.
You weren't, were you, Karl?
So he believed the hype.
Yeah, I think you've got to, it's like...
You've got to mix it up is what you're saying, keep it fresh.
A lot of people are saying to you at the moment, are you going to do another series of The Office? It's kind of like that. I've got to decide whether it's right to move on with it or do something different.
Is he dead in the water? Yeah. So what's your decision? I mean, maybe,
We'll probably keep it for this week.
Sure.
And see how it goes.
Okay. You've got anything else on the back burner? Any other ideas?
Nothing.
You're
I'm still sort of. Do you know I came up with a load of game items?
Well, I remember there was one that was based on fast food.
There was, the rice is right.
The rice is right. Now, just run the rules past me again. We had to identify whether it was a Chinese meal,
rice or steam rice.
Either.
Basically, it was a Chinese restaurant or an Indian restaurant.
But is it true that you played this at home with your girlfriend and it was clear you could always tell which was which? Because one had an Indian sounding name and the other was Chinese sounding.
No, it did work once. I managed to pick some sort of duck dish that sounded a bit Indian.
Right.
But then it
wasn't Bombay duck, was it? Which is actually a piece of fish. You don't know. He wouldn't let me put, that whipped cream in the fridge.
I saw that. I thought that's fun.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me put it on him with shaving foam.
Oh,
yeah, but every week we have this. Do you know the other week, Steve? I didn't tell you this, right? He comes in straight away. I'm trying to talk about sorting the show out, what we're going to do, how we're going to keep it good for 2 hours and that. Grabs a pen, he says, let me draw 666 on your head.
Because you can see the scalp.
Karl, seriously. I said, don't do that. He goes, all right, then how about we meet halfway, put 333. Every week it's the same thing.
But I quite like the cream. Did you get any cream on him at all?
No.
Is it the spray cream?
Yeah, he said no.
Karl, can I just mix some, just spray on some glasses? Just some round glasses on your face.
Father Christmas!
Hello.
It's nearly Christmas, hello!
Come on, it is Ricky Gervais' show.
Yeah, should we play a record and then come back to this mayhem?
This crazy mayhem?
Yeah. Foo Fighters. All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Indeed.
Genius Karl Pilkington, as Heat magazine said.
Really? Is that what he's referred to now?
Yeah. Genius. Saying about people tune in just to hear his games, such as Educating Ricky. Have you got some Educating Ricky for me?
Got some education.
I need some education, Karl.
That's
I desperately need some education. I want to learn about Chinese kids that are born hairier than average. I want to hear about deaf girls that can hear after their mum hits their head against a wall. These are the things I need to know.
I mean, I don't wish to be disrespectful. He doesn't look like a genius.
He doesn't look like
But then I don't know what a genius looks like.
Exactly.
So,
Steve.
you know, I don't want to be an
Look at Einstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mum thought he was mental as a child.
Where'd you get that information from?
That was in the Einstein book.
Well, it was in the Einstein book, then it's presumably true.
Which Einstein book is that? His Theory of Relativity?
The big book of Einstein stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big bumper book of Einstein stuff. It's for a coach trip, and you have to fill in E equals MC1 squared, 2 fish, or 3 hello, and then it's multiple choice, and you fill it. It's great.
Did his mum think, A, he was a genius, B, mental?
Most people go for A, but it is in fact B. She thought he was mental at the age of 28. Oh, Carl, you never let me down. You never let me down. So have you got Educating Ricky for me?
We've got Educating Ricky coming up.
We've got Rockbusters.
We've got Rockbusters.
Great
As seen and talked about in Heat.
In Heat magazine.
It's got really tough this week now. We're not messing about anymore.
Right.
Got some good prizes.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll talk about those later. Because, I mean, was it last week that you had the classic? Was it, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, Carl, apologies. Something like, I'm here in Texas, I've fallen in a puddle, and my knee has got wet.
Yeah. Wet Knee Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Also, it was last week when there was a little bit of confusion over the one for Holly Valance. Right?
Of course. I don't think it was confusion, I think it was your error.
No, it wasn't.
And it was Holy Valance, and you meant Pelmet.
Then Becky, who called up that time and said, if you're getting mistaken with Pelmet, right, she sent me an email in a week saying, I've done a bit of research.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I've made an error.
Yeah.
It is a Valance.
Okay.
And I know about Valances. As I told you last week, at the very end, my auntie loves them.
Yeah.
Right? She makes them. She started off just like putting them on top of the sort of window around the curtain. And then she thought, I can do more with this.
Yes.
And she had a little coffee table that had magazines underneath. And she said, I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I'm sat down.
She sounds like a Pilkington.
I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I sit down.
So she put a Valance around the table.
She just got Valances around everything now.
Yeah. Then, next step, she tapes everything. She never actually watches telly. She tapes it all because she gets sick of listening to the adverts and that.
Yeah.
So she tapes everything. So she's got loads of videotapes and that. And the video used to get on her nerves. When she was watching a film, she'd see the clock changing.
Oh.
And it distracted her from the film. So she put a Valance around that.
That's genius.
Yeah.
So,
that is
or is it mental? Only Mrs. Einstein can tell.
I don't know. She's even made a little Jack Russell look like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
It's great.
So everything's got a Valance.
If you go round and you stand still for too long, the chances are
she'll
put a Valance around your head.
Yeah. This is this is Auntie Who,
Auntie Nora,
and this is the one that farted for 5 minutes. Lest our listeners forget. Farted for 5 minutes. Called his mum, saying I'm farting. 2 minutes into the fart.
She said about 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah. God.
She said I'm about 2.5 minutes into the
my
fart.
mum said, how long's it been going on for? She said, well, it was about 2.5 minutes before I called you.
Yeah.
And then it went on for a further 2.5 minutes or something. And then it stopped. And,
She couldn't time it because there was a Valance over the clock.
Yeah, she
Because it used to
couldn't
annoy
time
her
it,
when she was on the phone and you put her off seeing the
So
time. She was guessing it was 5 minutes.
This was one consistent fart.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't making a noise. It was just...
Oh, it wasn't making a noise.
Just gas.
Right, endless gas.
So, there you
That's
go.
fantastic. Well, we started off with a new one, a little bit of Foo Fighters. We like new and old on this show, don't
Indeed, we like to mix it up.
I'd like to play the Smiths from their debut album, I Don't Owe You Anything. Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant. Hello there. Karl Pilkington.
All right.
Don't be nervous. We might see a difference in Karl. He's a little bit shy. There's someone here from the BBC filming this, part of that celebrity boxing thing. The Fight, I think it's called, and they want to get a little clip of this, so we're going to let them film for a minute, and then they're going to go away. Is that all right, Karl?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be on camera, do you? Do you?
I think it ruins radio, doesn't it? Do you know what I
Not
mean?
for the people listening, it doesn't.
Yeah, but it does, because people are like, he sounds like a bit of a looker.
What, you?
Yeah. And then they'll see it on the telly, and they'll go, God, yeah, his head is round.
It is round, though, isn't it?
So,
guess what? I got a call yesterday. You'll love this, Steve. From MTV. and they were wondering if they could screen test Karl.
That's outrageous.
I'm loving it, and I was going, yeah, and I said, yeah, it's fine. I'll come down with him, and I was saying, what about this and that, and they were loving it. I called him up, and went, oh no. I went, why not? He went, well, I'm looking at my reflection now in the mirror. He said, I shouldn't be on the telly.
What would you wear for your screen test, Karl? What kind of look would you try and cultivate? Because you've got to bear in mind that the audience out there, they don't know what you look like. So, would you be a snappy dresser like, say, Jonathan Ross, or would you go for your kind of street cash look?
Can't wear a suit.
You can't wear a suit?
Don't hold it well. So, I'm thinking, I don't know, I'll probably wear my woolly hat, because that takes some years off me.
It does, he looks about 10 with a woolly hat on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
is it quite a cool woolly hat, or has it got a bobble?
It's charcoal, I'd say it's the in colour.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll probably wear me anorak.
Right.
Oh, he's going for glam. He's going for quite a glam look.
No one else has
dressed
done
for a jumble sale. Wow. Yeah.
I'm not that happy about it all, to be honest.
Are you going to do it? You're not going to do it?
Well, I'm sort of stuck in the middle, because throughout my life so far, I've never planned for anything, right? It's just always happened.
Yeah.
The time, you know what I mean, being in plays at school, never planned it, but when I did it, I went down the store.
It was a triumph, yeah, we all remember that.
So,
as I remember, you did Little Donkey.
Did Little Donkey, yeah.
And then later, someone was filming at the back. Was it your dad's mate?
My dad's mate, well,
yeah. And on the camcorder, he listened to it back, watched him playing it. His dad says, just off camera, what does he say?
I don't want to say it because I'm in charge of the show and I'd be irresponsible.
He looks like a right twat.
So
he gets home, listening, watching that, and then here's his dad just off camera go, he looks like a right twat.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
What are you worried about? Your dad saying that?
Can I just interject? Because I'm really worried about this idea of Karl being on MTV. Because the problem is that, you know, let's be honest, Rick. I mean, we're getting by the skin of our teeth, aren't we? Really, it's only Karl that's keeping this afloat.
Yeah.
And if he gets on MTV and the world sort of gets a sense of him and they understand him, and he won't be ours anymore. We won't be able to control him. It'll be out there. It'll be in the.
Well, that's the thing. No, that's the thing. That's the terrible thing, though, isn't it? It's like Karl is my pet, but I realise I've got to release him into the wild. And you know, because I love him, I know he's got to go free.
Sure.
But I wanna.
It's like Kez. Maybe someone will beat him to death and we won't have to worry.
I'll have you on, though. I'll have you on as a guest. Which gets me on to something we've got coming up today.
Oh, yeah, he's got a new idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know, like, I've talked about ghosts, and we had that good discussion the other week walking to Piccadilly Circus Station, and I was telling you about ghosts, and you were saying, Karl, don't be an idiot, and all that. Spoke to a woman in the week, done a little interview with her.
You've done a little interview?
Done Brilliant. A little interview, 2 minutes or so. With a woman who's got ghosts in her house. So
I look forward to hearing that later. That sounds brilliant.
Coming up later.
Well, I'm going to play a classic tune now. I've just gone straight for it. I've gone for the jugular. This is Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. Oh yeah, the smooth indie sound of Richard Ashcroft. The Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Joining me is Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
It was an excellent link, that, Rick. Did you say Nime at one point? 104.9? Other than that, it was textbook.
Yeah, a desperate attempt at being articulate.
Sure.
But let myself down.
With your
here's the good thing about the boxing thing, because there's no chance of me, you know, slurring the words. No, I already slurred my words.
Yeah.
So any damage will be totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
the doctor's rushing in. I think there might be some kind of concussion. Jane just going, no, that's just the way he talks to me. But because I'm thinking maybe, did you start the show with that particular kind of manner? Just because obviously a lot of new listeners, I imagine, thanks to the massive poster campaign, and you obviously want to impress them and charm them.
There's a few examples today of irony coming back and biting you.
Yeah.
That seemed like a funny idea at the time, me posing that up. But Jonathan Ross phoned me up when they first went up and he just said, I've just seen a big poster of a predatory gay.
Yeah, you do look a little bit
hello, what's your name? Would you like to sit down here? And then you're in the background. And also, I think the funny thing about having you as a partner, I mean, the only good thing is that you know, you look weird and tall, like too freakishly tall and lanky. But in that one, no, because your background and you're smiling, you don't look as weird as you do in real life, or as freakishly tall. So it sort of ruins it a little bit for me. Look at Pilkington. Look.
Pilkington, what are you doing?
He's not listening. He's just opening a packet. What are they? McVitie's. See, we should mention them. We get some free ones if anyone at McVitie's are listening, because we're not getting the perks of this.
Nothing. I'd say I'm not getting anything. I really got in this game for the ladies, for the money, for the voiceover work, certainly.
Yeah.
I'm seeing hide and hair of that.
But you're not getting the voiceover work because Jethro's getting all the parts that you might get.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, Rick. Yeah. You were the voice of what? The drink driving campaign? You sound like a man who was run over in a drink drive incident.
Oh,
I mean, it's like you don't drive.
I didn't get any money for that, did I?
drink
Oh, did I?
heavily.
I can't remember.
It's like, I mean, talk
I don't
about
drive, yeah.
the-
Well, that's
the
good, I
kettle
don't
and
drive.
pot black
No,
and
it said
everything.
don't drink and drive, so I've chosen just
But
to
at least
drink.
I can formulate sentences using the English language, and I'm not getting the voiceover work. What's
the
yours?
English language of the 14th century.
Well, it's better A, English language, and English language. Rather than whatever kind of Middle England language you speak, the language of the hobbits.
All right, Carl.
All right.
See, you're eating a biscuit. I can't believe it. Are you bored with this already? Do you know what? MTV called me last week. They called me again yesterday and said, when can they come down to do they're coming down next Saturday, by the way, to do a little screen test for you. They're going to sort of just film you with a little camcorder. You said this. They're going to film you. Are you alright? Do you want to, are you hungry? Do you want to go out and have a meal? I can't believe you're eating while I'm on air.
No one can hear that.
Do you know who I am?
No one can hear
Explain who I am.
Well, that's Ricky Gervais, right? He's made his name on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, he's done any number of corporate gigs, and they pay silly money. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's earning, and really earning beyond his talent. All right?
So I think I deserve a little bit more than a little mank eating a biscuit while I'm talking.
Rick Gervais?
Yeah.
Have you won a BAFTA?
Yeah, too.
All right, so
Yeah.
just a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Carl,
Well,
what have you
the-
won? What have you won?
I got a bronze certificate for doing a full week at school.
That's great.
It was only a bronze.
What's that then? 3 out of 5 days?
and I got me a little Crusaders badge, if you remember.
What's the little
The what?
Crusaders badge?
The Crusaders badge for the religious club. So
I was at the fella that you went and played
You had to go
ping
and
pong
convert
ball, so
Muslims,
they wanted to
did you?
talk to you about God.
yeah,
Yeah.
You got a Crusaders badge, did you?
yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
you
went.
actually
That's
got a
why I
badge
joined. That's why I joined
For the
I
badge?
I like the little badge. Did 4 weeks, then packed it in. But we were talking about MTV, right? And I was feeling a bit nervous, wasn't I? About like the way I look.
Right.
And what have you. And then I watched a bit of Celebrity Big Brother and all the fuss that Mark Owen's getting, and he's not that good looking, is he?
He's very. I want to be Mark Owen's mate. If anyone who knows Mark Owen or Mark Owen's listening, I want to be his mate. I think he's brilliant.
I think he's a nice lad, but what I'm saying is, right, all the girls go mad over him.
Yeah.
And he's not that good looking, is he?
Well, no, he's got. He's in a certain way, isn't he? That sort of non-threatening.
Yeah, but he's not stunning, is he? Do you know what I mean?
No, but no.
Well, what's your definition of a star?
Yeah.
Well,
who do you like?
someone who you look at and you go, God, they're good
Which
looking.
bloke do you fancy?
What bloke do you think's attractive then?
So if I was into men,
Yeah.
in fact, you can still say a bloke's a good looker without fancying him. And that.
Who do you think is
know what I mean?
attractive?
Probably. I mean, it depends what you're looking for.
No, just look. You think
there's different looks as
of
well,
course,
isn't
yeah.
there?
Who do you say was attractive? Who do you say was like stunning in your definition?
A good-looking lad.
Yeah.
Good-looking lad. Oh, look at him over there. He's.
Do you find, Robbie Williams, do you find him attractive?
Boy next door. Look.
No. Who do you? Carl, hurry up, because it's we've only got 2 hours.
Probably. Do you know? I can't think of one offhand. Mark Owen is pretty good looking then, really.
Well, there's not. Just name one bloke that you think's an attractive guy. There must be one bloke that you've either met or that you've, seen in a pub
Who do you
or
think
on a
is
poster.
attractive?
Tell you what.
Go on.
Tell you what. Works here. Young Alex Zane.
Alex! Well, we know Alex, maybe we can fix you up. Oh, I love you, Alex. You got so Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I love that.
Yes, correct.
He's one of my favourite artists now. I just think, he's so, I don't know why he's not ballistic. He's got everything. He's like one of our best rock stars. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Hello there.
You're Steve Merchant.
I am indeed.
Karl Pilkington over there. Big day today.
Really?
Yeah, for Karl. He hasn't been looking forward to it. He's been whinging in the week. A couple of things. He thinks he's overworked. He thinks he's overworked here, and he's stressed, and he's got to do DIY. MTV are coming in right, to give him the chance of his a lifetime to do just a little screen test, and he's going, well, I'm not going to look good, am I? They're not going to. Why? He said, well, I've got a round head and I'll be wearing headphones. And he's not made an effort. He thinks, oh, they'll put them off. He said, they won't even press record. He's got a spot on his head. I mean, you know,
Carl,
also...
you're not looking forward to it. You're not excited about it. It's a great opportunity.
Why is it a great opportunity?
to get on MTV?
No, but
look, money for old rope.
Yeah, but look what's happened to people like Jeremy Speak, whatever his name is. And all
Jeremy
that.
Speak, yeah.
Yeah, and...
yeah, slightly different.
Why is it?
Well...
See?
You're making it in the industry, and you've got something to give. He happened to be around when they were filming an airport.
Well,
do you see the difference?
All right, the other one then, who's on a boat.
Same thing, although at least she had a skill. She had a skill, you know. She can sing, you know.
Well, it's just. I think it can all go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it can. So can sitting in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar. Right?
I'll tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
We're talking... listen, me and Steve, yesterday, we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with two of the most incredible things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there, but just go for truth. Go for truth and science and discovery. Fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like... last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday. There was no news. There was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser. Pixies, Debaser. I was looking forward to playing that. Came and said, Carl, I'll play that. I was looking... he put it on. Lauren just called through and said we played that in the last half hour.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. So what is the point of having a producer if he doesn't check things out? So, I mean, it's a good track. I mean, I'm sorry if you heard that twice in the last hour.
Listen to everything all the time. I've been running around. I get in early on a Saturday.
You got in about the same time as me?
I went out and bought you some biscuits, so you're happy. I put the coffee on.
Yeah.
I've sorted what prizes we're going to give away. I've been running to the library getting you certain tracks.
Yeah.
I can't listen all the time. I'm doing my best.
Well, I'm not sure it's good enough. I mean, I'm worried when MTV come in, if they've heard this kind of shoddy production, they're going to start to wonder what
is it. Play the same songs every 5 minutes.
Yeah, no,
anyway,
sorry, are you sort of overworked because you were on Zoe Ball's show talking?
Oh, hello, what's going on here?
Well,
he was exclusively on our show.
No, I was in the car.
I seem to remember, Rick, he was a nobody
that
got a chance to come on air and talk about that.
And guess
now
what
he's getting auditions with MTV.
Guess what he was talking about on Zoe's show?
Oh, hello.
All the jellyfish stuff and all that. About
Can't believe it. Recycling material that you've done on this show.
I phoned in, right, and I went, stop doing materials. He just hung up on me.
Well, I had a job to do.
Who do you think you are? Your ego has just gone through the roof.
Hang on a minute.
What?
I had a job to do in the week. They asked me to drive the desk for Zoe, right?
They didn't say talk.
Zoe, if she talks to you, you can't just ignore her.
Yes, you can.
Well, you
Who
can't.
is she? Who does she think she is? You made a promise to us, a pact, that you were our kind of
monkey.
Yeah.
What can I do? If someone takes time off, I've got to do it. It's my job.
Yeah, but you don't have to talk. You don't have to use...
You're the head of production. We've given you this special gig. This is like taking you out weekends.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if we find out you're getting too much excitement in the week, we'll have to just calm it down.
Well,
get another little...
Well, that's it now anyway. It was only last week.
I feel like kind of solid. I feel betrayed. It's like you were having an affair behind our back.
Yeah.
And you rumbled it.
He was doing all the stuff. He was doing all this like, oh yeah, jellyfish and this, jellyfish
Yeah, because
that.
she was asking, and I thought it was a good way of promoting this show, actually.
Oh, did you mention the show?
Yeah, I did at some point.
Did you? What did you say?
I just said more about that on Saturday afternoons.
So you talk twice? I only heard you talk once, so you're talking all the time?
Well, about 5 times in the week. In the full week. 5 times.
Deary me.
And one, it was just stuff.
You could never be a monk, could you? Chatting away all the time. Right, what have we got?
I blame Ball as well, to be honest. I feel Ball's slightly responsible for it.
Yeah.
She can't find her own, gibbon to get on the show. She can't find her own kind of, loser, then don't start stealing ours. Outrageous.
Well, coming up, right,
maybe we'll get Fatboy Slim in.
Indeed.
Next.
Yeah.
Saturday, if you're listening, Slim, coming on the show.
What's his name? Ernie or something?
What's his name?
Norman.
Norman.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Ernie!
Yeah. I don't know.
That's great, Ernie Ball.
Yeah.
He wouldn't change his name. That's it, yeah. That's great.
Anyway,
Go
coming
on.
up today, we have got Educating Ricky.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Is this the last one? You've promised it might be.
I believe there's a book out that might help me with this feature, so we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of new features in the week. I've got, wanted to come up with, I wanted to do Celebrity Fact Club.
Celebrity Fact Club. All right.
I've just got to get some celebrities in first before we can kick that off, so maybe in the new year.
Ball and
Maybe
Cook.
Zoe Ball, yeah.
Ball and Cook.
Yeah,
Start
yeah,
off.
Maybe, right? And I've also got,
Cook and Ball stories.
Yeah. That's nice.
good one.
Cheers. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah. Maybe you could sell that to Zoe's show.
And I'm also thinking Through the Ricky Hole.
Through the Ricky hole, okay.
What's that?
That's, I'm quite...
No, you just got the title again, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, play record.
So, Rockbuster's coming up as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Eminem. Lose Yourself on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello there.
But not Karl Pilkington.
No, Carl, no.
He's gone back to Manchester, innit? It's better than London.
Yeah.
You don't know it. Manchester's better than London. Instead, Claire Sturgis.
Claire Sturgis round of applause for Claire, yeah. Good work.
Thanks.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
posses.
Yeah,
I
he's
will-
coming there in sort of the camouflage gear, and is that quite trendy? Is that what the kids are wearing
it's
now?
funny. Someone actually mentioned
Or
that
are
this
you on
morning.
manoeuvres?
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
actually,
Yeah.
taking time out this morning from what I normally do.
Sure.
I missed the second half, talking about that, of Celebrity Boot Camp.
I don't know what that
Coolio.
is it?
The fella from Milli Vanilli.
What, the one that's not dead?
Eh?
No, the one that killed himself,
Sure.
Steve.
Okay. No, I just want to clarify for people. A lot of people don't realise that one of them is dead.
Right.
I thought it was important to mention it.
Actually, yeah, I didn't know.
I'll be honest with you, I hadn't thought it through.
No.
It was a piece of interesting Milli Vanilli trivia that I had, and I wanted to slip it in.
But it wasn't
I could
really
have found- I'll tell
trivia
you what,
because
I
it was a
could-
question. You went, what? The one
Rick,
who's not
what
dead.
I'm saying, Rick, is I could have found a more tactful way of bringing up the death of one of Milli Vanilli, because I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
people out there now upset. Maybe Claire
Actually,
didn't
yeah,
realise.
people who didn't know.
That's quite a shock. I didn't see. I mean, I should have sat people down.
Who died? Vanilli or Millie?
I think it was Millie.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
didn't leave. No,
I don't know.
but I didn't know. I'm
that
guessing.
is-
Actually, I'm guessing.
What?
Wait, no,
about
I'm not
that?
confusing Milli Vanilli and Scritti Politti, am I? Because I mean that is a danger.
Oh no, you're thinking of the fellow out of Grumple Palumple. He was amazing.
He was amazing. It's a great shame that he
Yeah,
topped
Grumple
himself.
Palumple, they're not around us. Anyway, cool, we've got some great tunes lined up. We're going to play today our favourite singles
It's
of
a
the year.
favourite tune, some of which
Tune,
didn't
yeah.
quite make it as singles maybe, but tunes of the year, because obviously Christmas very soon and we'll be away for a short time.
I
And,
think next week we'll be doing our favourite Christmas songs of all time.
yeah, I'm worried we're not going to fill 2 hours with that. I mean, how many times can you play Shakin' Stevens before...
Fairies Out of New York.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
There
that's
it
the
is
only
again.
one, isn't it, really?
That's the best one. That's the best Christmas
That one's
song
good,
ever.
but obviously there's Joni Mitchell's The River. That starts with a kind of Christmassy
Beautiful,
feel.
beautiful.
I don't think if there's anything else. Not a great deal.
The
so this
waitresses,
is
Christmas wrapping.
that one?
Is that
favourite of
brilliant?
mine.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So this is Christmas. John Lennon. Paul McCartney came out with Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Christmas time, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So John's was Happy Christmas War is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course it wasn't, but
Hey,
optimistic.
but I mean, at least he wanted
no,
to be.
he was dreaming of it. He was dreaming of it.
Yeah. That's, I mean,
and bless him.
And to show how much
I
he
don't.
hated
John
war.
Lennon's dead as well. I don't know if anyone's.
Yeah, no, they do.
aware
know
of that. That's just another bit of rock and roll
I like
trivia.
John's protest against war. He stayed in bed for a week.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. I've been protesting against war for ages.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
eating hamburgers
Yeah, absolutely.
against war.
Absolutely.
I just go into Burger King on the way here. I went to the counter.
But of course, that's not. I mean, not product placement there. And there's a number of other burger joints that people may wish to go to. If
I
they
often go to
choose.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I often go to
exactly.
McDonald's. But I went into Burger King because it's close. And I went in there.
It's convenient, but then often McDonald's will be convenient. I mean,
Convenient. McDonald's is just convenient. Depends where you are.
Just as convenient depending where you are.
And I said, can I have a cheeseburger and small fries? Take away, please. And he recognised me. He went, oh, I've seen you on telly enough, yeah? He went, there's your meal. So I went, thanks. He winked and went, I'll put large fries in.
Brilliant.
So that's
So,
the sort
but I
of-
love it.
So it's paying off. At last, true genius is being rewarded
But I'm
by
just
the
intrigued to
burger
know,
joints.
because I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've been with you, and we've gone to a restaurant and someone's given you a free meal or whatever.
I
And it's the
know.
way that it's like you don't ask for it; it's
No.
just kind of offered. But I don't know what they're expecting in return.
Nothing.
I mean, do they
Nothing.
think that you'll go away and you'll always think fondly of Chad,
I
who
think,
works in Burger
they
King?
I just think they think, oh, I don't know. They make.
I'm
like
going to give him a little treat.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it, but then I'm always grateful, and I never.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm slightly embarrassed.
Did anyone around you hear what had happened?
No.
Because I imagine the resentment, just the whole room
No,
turning
they
on
didn't.
you.
I had to go around telling them. I went and said, excuse me, did you hear that? He went, no. I go, he just gave me the free thing because I'm on the telly. And I went, I don't recognise. I went, you don't recognise me?
I'm terrified now that that someone could be listening at Burger King HQ. You know, I'm assuming this is an unorthodox procedure.
And that little fella's got fired.
Well, they know it's Leicester Square now because I just mentioned it. So they know which Burger King it is.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
What was his name?
Ralph Littleton. He had a name badge. Number 342.
Well, I just hope Littleton doesn't get in trouble.
So, what are we going to play
That could be
first?
a sad Christmas for him. He's probably keeping his whole family afloat.
Bit of Springsteen.
Well, tunes of the year. I mean, I know people dismiss Springsteen, but as I say, the gig I went to see earlier in the year, I made it in the end.
Sturgis couldn't believe we were going to play Springsteen.
Brilliant. I just think, leave aside what you think is cool and trendy and the fact that he's older now or whatever else.
Really?
Just leave all that behind and just listen to the tunes because, he remains a great musician.
Lonesome Day?
Lonesome Day is the current single and it's the first track on the album.
Free chips.
Absolutely.